Welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for March 26, 2019. In this one, talking about this Eastern Conference matchup, a very important matchup over in the Southeast Division between the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic. Orlando coming on the road, and they just picked up a victory against the Philadelphia 76ers by a final of 119-98, so a really strong performance there from Orlando. And with that win, they now get to within a half a game of Miami. Orlando sitting at 36-38 overall, and the Miami Heat are actually in first place in the Southeast Division with a record of 36-37. So the fact that none of these teams right now within the Southeast have a record above 500 isn't great, but it's a situation right now in the Eastern Conference where there's a lot of these teams that are hovering either just a little bit above 500 or below 500 that are trying to get into that playoff picture, and that's why this game is so important. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. So in this one, going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. That total number is extremely low today at 205 points. And when we just take a look at the numbers between these two teams, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could get a pretty low-scoring game, but there are some wrenches to be thrown in that narrative, and that's because Orlando, currently, they're on a 5-game winning streak. They've been trending in a very positive direction. And during this 5-game winning streak, Orlando has done so with stronger offensive performances, even when going against some defensive teams. So in their last outing, taking down the 76ers, putting up 119 points. They also put up 123 points on the Memphis Grizzlies, 119 on the Pelicans, 101 in what was actually a more defensive-oriented win over the Atlanta Hawks, but then also a 120-point performance in their blowout win against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Orlando playing with more confidence on the offensive side of the ball than we've seen from them for a good chunk of the regular season. And on the year, this is an Orlando team that's still just 25th in the NBA in scoring average compared to 5th in total team defense. The average total we get in an Orlando game is at about 212.5 points, so quite a bit higher than the 205 we're getting in this matchup. Now we take a look at the Miami Heat, and they've also been playing some pretty respectable ball, winning 4 out of their last 5 games, and a lot of these contests coming on the road. During this stretch, in their last outing, taking down the Wizards by a final of 113-108. Also some really solid competitive wins on the road against the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder during this stretch. But this is still a Miami team that actually has very similar numbers to Orlando. They're 26th in the NBA in scoring, 3rd in total team defense, and the average total we get in a Miami game is about 212 points. But the fact that both of these teams rank in the top 5 of the NBA in defensive numbers, that's why we see such a low total here. But even with that being the case, we feel like this total is a little bit on the low side, especially when you consider that Orlando has looked pretty strong offensively over the last couple of weeks during their 5-game winning streak. So with that being the case, we feel like the over 205 is going to be the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.